welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
Aware. And so, when Hakainde Hichilema, around 2023, things started unfolding. We started seeing the international community giving him the confidence, giving him the attention. And then the inflation started dropping. The kwacha started appreciating. So these made me to sit up and say, hey, I think maybe this guy has it. And then on the other side, where we used to think of Hakainde Hichilema is a very bad man, around 2023, 2024, there were a lot of people who Hakainde Hichilema would have actually gone for. Particularly, look at the way he was abused when he was in opposition. But when he came into power, Hakainde Hichilema did not go for those people that treated him bad. So that much as I was talking, I was looking to say, but this guy, because really, he would have sorted many of us. He would have sorted many of us. But I was in the country, even though I left later, but I was in the country. I was not followed by President Hakainde Hichilema because of whatever I said when he was in opposition. So, humanly, Hakainde Hichilema showed that this man is actually not a bad man as we thought. Then we also looked at the issue, no, Hakainde Hichilema is tribal. Hakainde Hichilema is going to divide the country. Look at his cabinet. He appointed people countrywide, especially when he didn't do very well in the northern part of Zambia. But he managed to bring some people like, this woman, anyway, he appointed a number of people from the other side to make sure that at least he brings that kind of a national character. So on many things, such as his person as a president, not going for those people that did bad things to him, and then himself putting up policies which, at one point when he said, I'm meticulous, I actually criticized. But eventually when things started unfolding, I saw to say, oh, so this guy knew what he was doing. So basically, in a nutshell, Hakainde Hichilema has proved me wrong. I had very wrong perception about him.
So when did you come to this realization? Is it while you were, it's obviously while you were, should I say, in exile? Or I saw on one of your posts I was a refugee where I was. So is this when this hit your mind that this is the type of person he is?
No, actually even before I left, I saw that, I left in 2023, and around 2023 itself, that's when I started seeing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. But of course, we were in opposition. I was in opposition. I was opposing President Hakainde Hichilema. So, of course, I couldn't stop talking about the negativity. And some of those negativity generated an environment that was not so safe for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So was this just about you looking out for yourself? Because, you've obviously seen the talk and what people have to say about this move that you have pulled right now. For some, the sentiments are, well, he had so many cases and so he's just looking out for himself. What he wants is protection. Is that what it is for Chilufya Tayali?
No, not at all. Not at all. Actually, my case have really nothing to do with my support for President Hakainde Hichilema. Because like I'm saying, even before I left the country, there were things that I could see which were positive, and I did bring them out. Except that, it was very difficult for me, to just flip. Okay, because I was together with the Alewe Lapo, the Munduvile and whatever. But those positives, I could actually bring them out even back then. I could point them out. And the problem that we have in our political environment is that, if you are supporting, maybe Edgar Lungwa, like at that moment, you cannot speak anything positive about the government. When you do that, no, you are not stable and whatever. But certainly I saw some of those things, and I used to talk about them as much as I used to also criticize. So they were things that I saw even before I left. And when I left, because now, especially at this point in time, a lot of things have actually come up. We are now like at the point whereby we are seeing the fruits budding. Okay, we are seeing the fruits budding. They are not really completely there, but we can see them. Those who have eyes to see that ama fruits yala ukufumapa, I mean, they are able to see them. And this is why I am more confident than ever that President Hakainde Hichilema is the best guy to continue on this trajectory.
All right, in case you're just joining us, our guest this morning on Conversations with Hope is Mr. Tayali. He is Economic and Equity Party President. We're live on Capital FM 99.7. We're also live on our Facebook platform. That is the Capital FM Facebook page. We're also live on Smart Egos. If you have any questions or contributions, you can start posting them on those different platforms. So the UPND, I mean, you've endorsed President Hakainde Hichilema seeking another term in office. You're a seasoned politician, and you've said you've really studied, you've seen the fruits.
Yes.
You're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. What is it? What can you point out? You know, where do you feel they have done very, very well as a party for Zambians to believe them once again, to give them another chance?
Strongly, one thing that everybody should look at and appreciate Hakainde Hichilema, whether you like him or you don't like him. It is putting back the economy back on track. Like I said, in 2021, we were in a bad shape. Economic fundamentals were just off the roof. Exchange rate, inflation, the debt stock itself, defaulting. So we were in a very bad shape. But Hakainde Hichilema has overturned all this. And this, it doesn't matter how you think of Hakainde Hichilema, this is a positive that you cannot dispute. Hakainde Hichilema has negotiated the debt, where now at least we have a breathing space. We have a breathing space. Our economy can move. Our kwacha has started appreciating. Inflation has gone down, and of course, government is now managing. How is it managing? Let me speak in specifics. By the fact that we have managed to negotiate the debt restructuring, what is government doing? Number one, we no longer have that situation where government workers are not being paid. At that time, there was a time when government workers did not know which day they get paid on. It was an issue such that in the Shangira, social media was breaking. Nashingira, because people didn't know when they are getting paid. This time around, that has gone. Then apart from that, government is able to employ more young people. Hakainde Hichilema's government has employed more than 40,000 people. Why? Because they have some money, they have some liquidity. From there, we can talk about, how they are trying to improve the lives of people. Some people may not understand what it takes to improve the life of a person. The first thing to improve the life of a person is to educate a person, is to make a person literate. And Hakainde Hichilema has brought free education. That free education is not simple as many people want to think. If you educate a person, you are opening opportunities. That is the first thing. And Hakainde Hichilema recognized that, and he has brought free education. From there, of course, others are saying, no, things are very bad and whatever.
Well, that's actually the main conversation. I was about to throw that in. You speak of all this, the debt restructuring, and just economically how we seem to be on the right path. But people are saying we're not managing to have those 3 meals that you promised us to have.
Yes. I'll actually talk about that. But let me just talk about the benefit of this debt restructuring. Like I've pointed out that now. Government has some liquidity, government is able to pay workers, government is able to employ, government is able to give free education, government is able to support the vulnerable. Is able to support the vulnerable. Now we have, this social cash transfer. That social cash transfer, they have increased the number of households, the people that they are giving. I think I stand to be corrected. When they came in, they had barely about 400,000 households who are being sponsored who are benefiting from, the social cash transfer. Now we're talking about 1,600, and they have also increased, the pace for that one. How much people they are getting, they have increased that. Then the CDF, because development must start from the grassroots. And Hakainde Hichilema's policy to say, let's take development back to the people. That is very good. And he has increased the CDF. So all these things are happening because of the debt restructuring that happened. And so these are some of the fruits that are coming. Of course, coming now to your issue that you cannot say that life will just change overnight. It's not easy. It's easy to destroy, but it's very difficult to build. And Hakainde Hichilema so far has only been...
And you feel the 5 years has not been enough for them to
You
build.
cannot turn around the economy within 5 years. You cannot. You need time. And these things, we are actually seeing them, like I told you. For example, people are talking about, no, yes, you can talk about inflation now. Is it about 6.5 or 6.4? You can talk about, no, the kwacha has appreciated. Yeah, you can talk about, no, debt restriction, all these things. But, our life is difficult. How does that change? How do we move from setting up the economic fundamentals to start impacting into the lives of the people? The first thing is to make sure that you set up, economic fundamentals. They are right. They start running. Okay? When they start running, then they can go into the lives of the people. So at the moment, one thing is that they have put the cornerstones of the economy. They have put the cornerstones of the economy. And soon now, we will start seeing effect in the lives of the people. How do people see the effect?
Have you taken time to look at their 2026 manifesto, the UPND manifesto?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
What do you make of it?
It's actually very positive. It's actually very positive. It's speaking to what I'm talking about. It's speaking to what I'm talking about. For example, Hakainde Hichilema has said, first of the things that is talking about creating more employment. That is for sure. So you cannot create employment when your economy is bad, when the investor confidence is very low. At the moment, Zambia has gained a reputation, a good reputation on the international community, on the international community. We have the respect. And so, because we have that attention, this is why you are seeing some investment coming. And these investments, where are they going? Look at what is happening in the mines. We are seeing mines coming up, mines which were dead. That is foreign investment coming in. And it is coming in based on the confidence that they are seeing in the policies that President Hakainde Hichilema has put in. And through the mining opening, jobs are being created. And then, of course, we are also seeing in terms of manufacturing. But manufacturing is usually supported by, what is coming from the farms. Now we can see that when President Hakainde Hichilema came in, we were struggling in terms of farmer output. But now we are having bumper harvest. As we are having, produce coming from the farms, that is raw material that can go into manufacturing. And this is what we will be seeing, because now we have policies that are supporting not only, rainfall seasons, we are also talking about irrigation. And another thing that people have been talking about is this issue of electricity, whatever, because that affects also the economy. Hakainde Hichilema, even in this manifesto, he has spoken about increasing, electricity generation through different means, including, solar panels. And he has said something. He says, in each constituency, using the CDF, I want them to target producing just 2 megawatts. And that is a game changer. So even people are saying, no, because I'm right now, because of my elections. No. We just opened, yesterday was the commissioning, 100 megawatts. I mean, that did not come during the time of elections. There was investment. It is something that is coming to fruition now. And these are some of the plans that are in place. And surely, going forward, all these things will start trickling down into the lives of people, because people will have jobs. Echo antuelesha cho awe fintu na fidula. Ifintu fila dula nga taukwete rupia. Ngana kwate rupia tafidula. And what you need is money. And Hakainde Hichilema is working on creating opportunities, because some of them will have jobs, some of them will have business opportunities, and eventually people will start feeling it in their pocket and in their lives.
Now, communication, Mr. Tayali, very important. And 2021, when being ushered into office, it was Bali will fix it. And that is the reason why most people turned up to vote for him, because they were not happy with certain things, and Bali said we'll fix it. But there's still those right now who feel Bali has not fixed things here and there. Do you feel the UPND, the new Dawn administration, has done very well in the area of communication? I mean, you've just spoken to a lot of things that they're doing right now economically, some of the policies that they've put in place to better the lives of the Zambian people. But let's talk about communication. Do you feel this is the message initially, way before 2026? Is this what was being communicated to the Zambian people, that what we are doing right now as a government is laying the foundation? You will not reap those results as we go. This is the plan. This is where we want to take you. Or the message is only being amplified now because we need your votes.
Absolutely. And I have always said that politics can be positive and negative. If politics is working against you, I'm telling you, even when everything is being done well, if people in politics just want to throw mud at you, I mean, you look like you have done nothing. And one of the challenges that UPND has faced is failure to really articulate what the government is doing on a broader perspective. I mean, look, like what was happening yesterday, that is big, but it's not being discussed. And people can't know, the impact of that. So UPND, in my view, they have not done very well to explain their policies to the people. They have allowed the opposition to speak so much such that they look like they are not doing anything, or they haven't done anything. And the worst thing is that even the people that actually are criticizing them now, who are seemingly people are jumping to, are people that actually messed it up. Because UPND has not explained well, these very people that messed up, they have got the guts to stand on the podium and accuse the UPND to say they have not done anything. So UPND, really, I hope that in the next government, there can be a better way of explaining policies to people so that people can understand and they can have hope. If people don't have hope, it's very difficult, to really follow you or to follow the party. If people, you don't give them hope, you need to give them hope. And UPND has not done very well to give people hope, to say, if you like stick up, very soon you will be okay. And I just pray that in the next government, things will be different.
Let's focus on the opposition right now. We won't speak of yours because we know yours has endorsed.
Yes.
The question is: there a strong opposition right now? They want to sit there to unsit the new Dawn administration. Do we have a strong opposition right now? You can point at the parties that are standing out right now. We have the likes of Citizens First.
Yes.
There's also NRPUP. Brian Munduvile there. Do they stand a chance?
I will tell you, Hope, at the moment, the best that the opposition can do is to come together and support UPND. I'm not advocating for a one-party state, but the best that we can all do is to come together for the sake of our nation. We support President Hakainde Hichilema and UPND. At this point, we don't need the opposition, because the opposition that is there, what are we offering? When you are saying you are in opposition, you must have better ideas.
Well, they're going around right now. It's campaign period. Are you not listening to the message that they are?
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I follow. Whatever people are doing, I follow everyone. I want to listen. I want to listen to whatever they are saying. So yesterday, Mundubile was in Kapiri. I was watching. Fred Membe is struggling to go everywhere. I'm following whatever they are saying. And from my perspective, from what I've heard, there is nobody who is offering anything better than what Hakainde Hichilema is offering.
Isn't it the same thing that was said about the UPND before they were voted into office? Wasn't it the same type of tone?
No.
Thing you say.
No. There is a very different Hakainde Hichilema.
You equally didn't see him being in office one day. Those were your sentiments.
Yes, of course. Politics is like that. It's like football. Even when you know that Arsenal is not a better team than Real Madrid, but you keep on saying, no, Arsenal. But you know that Real Madrid is better. And I say Real Madrid because I support Real Madrid. Anyway, so the point is that Hakainde Hichilema, at that time, he had a very distinct message. It was different what he was saying, And of course, some of the things he said, like I would say that he overpromised. But he had a different message. But these ones, they don't even have their own message. They keep talking about the policies of UPND. They say, especially on free education, they have been flip-flopping. At one point, they said, this free education is a pipe dream. It can never happen. When it happened, they said, no, there is no quality education. It is okay, but we are the ones that started it. This is how they have started. They said, no, it can never happen. Next, no, there is poor quality of education. Next, no, it's not Hakainde Hichilema. It's actually us who started it. So there is nothing new that they are saying. CDF will continue, except that for our CDF, it will even be bigger and whatever. So they don't have a distinct message that is peculiar to them. All they are talking about is what Hakainde Hichilema is doing. So what's the point? Let's just support this man and see how we can accommodate each other. It is possible. In some countries, it's not that there is no opposition, there is opposition, but they have a way that they work such that they foster national development instead of just focusing how Mozambique. Mozambique, what is the problem is that we all want to be there. But what are you going to do? But what are you offering? What are you offering? Some of these, my brothers and sisters who are contesting, really, they have no clue what they are going to do. But ichili prophet about, finish later.
So what do you have to say, Mr. Tayali, to those who are listening to you right now as Chief Tayali? And well, you sounded like this some time back, saying all these things about Hakainde Hichilema Takateke, he can't be president, and now the tone has changed. You have endorsed him. What do you have to say to those who have to say, but you've been seeing the comments sometimes when you post something.
Yes. Look, I'm a politics forever. You can see even about me. There are those that were rooting for me, and now they are against me. I'm a politics. It's a nature.
And now there's even that case as well. What happens to loyalty? Because there were those the time you were in so-called exile, though, they were speaking strongly for you.
Yes.
They were pleading for you.
Yes.
What happens to you just, should I use the term, what happened to loyalty? Yeah, because they stood up for you, they spoke for you, but you've turned their back, you've done a 360 on them, and you've decided to endorse President Hakainde Hichilema.
Yes, you see, the thing is that I don't actually believe in this thing of loyalty. Let's look at what is before you. You may have an issue. For example, myself, I was very critical of President Hakainde Hichilema. But with all these things that I'm seeing, should I continue just being negative? I don't think that is right. So there comes a time when you are like, no, this I don't accept. But the problem comes in when your motivation is purely on political lines or regionalism or whatever beliefs that you have. It should be based on the substance of the issue, not your political inclination, because you are PF, so you don't want to see anything positive in President Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND, or otherwise, So you must be able to look at what is before you. And some of these people, unfortunately, they do it just because, like, for example, Tayali now wampata because he's supporting Hakainde Hichilema, because Hakainde Hichilema tawamtemenwe. But they don't want to listen to why Tayali is supporting President Hakainde Hichilema. He shouldn't just be, he's supporting Hakainde Hichilema, therefore he's a bad guy. Yeah, no, he should be arrested. No, listen, why is Tayali supporting President Hakainde Hichilema? And these things that I'm articulating here, if they are not true, challenge me on those things.
Is there something that you've been promised? Is there something you expect in return for your support?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so far, I don't have, I've seen on social media, some people are even exaggerating to say Tayali has been given so many millions. I wish I had those millions.
I haven't checked your pockets, so.
Well, I mean, in salary, Monica, Monica Shani, Monica, for Monica, where Monica million in Web, the Monica Sala. So, there is nothing there. And some of them, of course, they are saying, no, that's why, because you wanted to come back, that's why you're supporting. No. Me, I have articulated, why I'm supporting President Hakainde Hichilema. But of course, others would not want to listen to that. They would want to maintain their own perceptions, their own falsehood to say, no, he's doing this because of this and that. But for me, I'm giving you my reasons. Hakainde Hichilema is doing much better. If you don't want me to support Hakainde Hichilema, show me another guy who has got a better plan. I can support that person. But so far, there is nobody that I see who has got a better plan and best positioned to lead the country. Because you could take a challenge and easy.
What stance will you take? If the UPND does not bounce back to power, where will we see? What will the future look like for Tayali?
Well, the thing is that first of all, they will bounce back. But in case of a miracle, I don't know that miracle. I don't know it. Completely. But otherwise, they'd fix ticket. But in case it happens, I would have to see what comes. I have to see what comes. For me, it is about the reality. It is about the reality. So I cannot say, I'll continue whatever. No. It's about the reality. What is there? And at that moment, I decide my position. And to others, that might sound like being a flip-flop. No, you need to always assess the situation, because if you are going to now we can so I look at the reality as it is before me.
All right, it's Conversations with Hope. We'll be opening up the phone lines shortly. The number to dial is 0773 792 475. I think there's one question I haven't asked. Let's talk about your return. You've returned to Zambia after spending, a number of years outside the country, and your lawyers say your return was lawful and followed legal consultations. Now, can you just take the public through what actually happened, why you decided to leave, what prevented your earlier return, and right now we know with the political move that you've made, but why did you leave?
Yes. So first of all, a number of people, there is a misconception that I left because of the court cases. No, I didn't leave because of my court cases. If anything, my court cases were being handled even before I left. Particularly, I had 3 cases in court. 3 cases. One was about mutiny, and then 2 Chief Nukuni, then 3 about hate speech. Bembas, we Bembas are used for idiots. So on mutiny, I was already engaging because it was not the military as an institution or as government that took me to court. It was particularly two individuals who were, of course, army officers who felt that what I had said was influencing them against the government. Two officers, and we were engaging with these two officers even before I left. Chief Mukuni, everybody remembers that I even went all the way to Southern Province and I met him, and he publicly, forgave me, and everybody knew about that. Then the third one, hate speech, it was reported by my brother Simon Mwell, and even him we had reconciled, and we were in the process of withdrawing those cases. So my cases were not a danger to me at all. However, what made me leave, it was what was coming. There was something that was coming which I don't want to bring out in public now, because when you resolve with your friends, you don't continue talking about it. You don't come here. So basically, all I can say is that there was something that was coming which made me feel that apa tape kalwa.
Was your life in danger?
I felt my life was in danger. But when I was out, I continued engaging, the other party, and we resolved the matter. So when
you where those threats were coming from?
Basically, it is just it was more political. It was more political. What I was doing, others felt that no, this is not okay. So it was more political. But I felt that my life might not be safe, and that's how I left. It is not because of the court cases. The court cases, I was handling them even before I left. And when I was outside, I managed to engage whatever challenges that I had with the people that I felt that they were threatening my life. We managed to resolve that. When we resolved that, I continued engaging those complainants, not Hakainde Hichilema. I never had a case with Hakainde Hichilema, never. Not the UPND. I didn't have any case with UPND. And in a way, I didn't even have a case with the government, because government was never a complainant in all of my cases. The complainants were individuals. And of course, NPA was brought in because NPA, they are the prosecutors. And so what all we did with my lawyers when I was out is to basically engage NPA together with the complainants so that my cases can be resolved. And the cases were resolved, and that's how I came back. Hakainde Hichilema doesn't come in the picture. UPND doesn't come in the picture. Government doesn't come in the picture.
So with your cases being discontinued, there are obviously those, sections of society who feel this is so unfair. The justice system only favors those that seem to be influential, like Tayali. What of an ordinary person like me? Would the treatment be the same? What do you have to say about that?
Inama cases yanditeabuka bwalala. If you have those serious cases, then you can complain. If I had those cases about, maybe naliva or whatever, but my cases were civil in nature. Civil in nature because they were dependent on individuals that felt aggrieved. That is the situation here. It is not about the government. So whoever is thinking to say, no, the justice, whatever, engage whoever is the complainant. That's all you need to do. Engage whoever is the complainant. Even in some cases, that's why I like Hakainde Hichilema, because Hakainde Hichilema, even those that he embezzled, we know people that were caught with a lot of money that they could not explain property and whatever. Some of them have been forgiven because they engaged. They struck deals, blah, 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 they paid and so on and so forth. So it is about humbling yourself. Tayali humbled himself. Tayali asked for forgiveness publicly. That's what I did. So it is not about, like I was reading about this case of two people who were friends and now they are in court. And I was wondering to say, why can't this guy just ask his friend, to forgive him? There is this case of one journalist and the other guy, UPND. I'm like, why can't these two people just sit and resolve? So all I did, and if there is anyone who is listening out there, if you have got an issue, it is not about, Tayali is connected. it is about humbling yourself and asking for forgiveness so that your cases can be resolved.
So, yes, just like you've stated, on the 25th of June, you unreservedly apologized to Chief Mukuni, the Bemba-speaking people, President Hakainde Hichilema, the Defense and Security Services as well. What lessons have you picked from this, about some of the public statements that you made? Do you feel you went too far?
Absolutely. I would no doubt say that, we are growing, we are growing, and we learn, and every day we learn. So for me, I have learned quite a lot in my public discourse, and I strongly believe that I am a better person. I have learned my lessons, and even as I engage now, I'll be more conscious not to, shoot over the roof. So, and I hope that others can also learn from me, instead of looking at Chief Tayali to say, no, he has been forgiven by Hakainde Hichilema or whatever. I think learn the fact that, we need to be careful when we engage in public, and if we go wrong, we need to be humble and, ask those that we have offended to forgive us, and not to continue being proud and continue even, maligning others, even bringing in people who are not involved. I don't think that is the right way. Be humble, learn your lessons, and move on.
Okay. All right. It's now top of the hour. It's 10. We now open up the phone lines. If you have any question or contribution to make, the number is 0773 792 475. 0773 792 475. If you have any question or contribution to make, our guest is Mr. Chilufya Tayali. All right, let's get to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Your name?
Good morning, Dr. Ephraim.
Good morning, sir. Your name?
Are you getting here?
Yes, we can get you. What's your name? Okay, that line was very faint. We'll have to pick another one. 0773 792 475. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, thanks. Your name?
Yeah, my name is Elvis. I'm calling in Osaka.
Mr. Elvis. Okay, if you can just speak up. You're quite faint.
What are you saying?
Okay, you can go on with your contribution, Mr. Elvis.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
But
Would have happened quite by Elvis.
You remember, we used to interact a lot on these radio stations, and I was cautioning you every time we interacted. So, what you do, you know what you do, insulting people, maligning people, and talking things which are not even there about people. So, you have said it yourself, and you have regretted your actions. We will welcome you back from where you were. That should not even be there, because you are a Zambian. You cannot enjoy yourself in Chimbi apart from your country. So for me, I forgive you for what.
Right, okay, we got his points there. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. 0773 792 475. We're taking in more calls. If you have any question or contribution to make this morning, this is Conversations with Hope, and our guest is Mr. Chilufya Tayali. We're taking note of some of the comments as well as questions that are coming through on our Facebook page, so we'll get to read out some of them as we go on with the show. Otherwise, give us a call, 0773 792 475. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Moderator.
Good morning, thanks. Your name?
Good morning, Mr. Tayali.
Good morning.
Yes, please. You are talking to Uncle Gift from 15 Miles.
All right, go on, Mr. Gift.
Yes. Madam Moderator, nina ma questions and nifuna kufusa batayali bazanga after ngasizokamba after my questions.
Okay.
Question number 1 is, Mr. Tayali, do you at some point listen to yourself? Second question, do you do due diligence over your life sometimes? The last question, Do you understand how nature works? Okay, akwana makwesheni now nikambiva ndifuna kokamba madam moderator. Choyamba chanifuna okamba nichi. Tayali brother wanga uyu ni mbuya wanga ali ndina okuchipata. Uyu Tayali uyu mbuya wanga uyu is a disappointment to our generation. This man is a disappointment to our generation. And my prayer is that truly, let's hope and you mean it that you've really learned your lesson. Truly, if you mean it and you deserve forgiveness. If not, Mr. Tayali, go back. Check your life. Analyze the things before you say. Think through. Life is spiritual, Mr. Tayali. Nature can humble you. Nature can finish you if you don't check yourself very well. Life is spiritual. Madam Moderator, this man, he really messed up people's lives before he went abroad. This man. And now he is back. And the moment he started saying good things about the UPND, I knew that he would be brought back. And he's here today. You understand? And now he's trying to fool all the Zambians. Okay? What he's doing here now is fooling all the Zambians. You understand? This man, in fact, if I was very serious, like the way I see things, how a human being should be taught a lesson. Because the muntu akashangamiri safu niko kurora magwaba.
Okay, Mr. Gift, you should be wrapping up.
Yes, in wrapping up, Madam Moderator, this man, by UPND, I in the first prison, first let go for 2 months, 3 months, then I'm to forgive. Like this, I know this man, he won't learn anything. Wait, if the UPND lose, you'll see the way he's going to behave. I know this man very well.
Okay, Mr. Gift, thank you so much. All right. We take in another call. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, madam.
Good morning, thanks. Your name?
Chief Shetari, how are you, my friend?
Fine, thank you.
I'm okay. You should not get
Okay, sorry,
worried.
we did not get your name.
This is Ken from Garden House. Sorry.
Ken. All right, Ken, go on.
You should not get worried about us. When you wronged somebody, the only step as a human being that you are supposed to take is for forgiveness. So if you offended those guys and you requested for forgiveness according to your explaining or to what you're explaining, there is nothing to worry about it. When it comes to politics, it's your choice. Some people, they will condemn you simply because you have joined UPND or you are supporting UPND, the policies of UPND. Some, they will say that, no, it's very bad. Why you couldn't? When you were supporting them, they were talking nice things about you, which is not supposed to be the case. You are entitled to your own choice. It's you to make that choice. It's you to make that decision. As you have said that, no, all people whom I wronged, we talked and we resolved the matter. Who are we? You never offended me. You were playing your own game. Yeah? That's where you were surviving. Politics is all about gambling. So if you play your cards well, you win, you lose. That's the issue. So as you have said that now you have grown up, I know I saw you driving with your in the companies of your family, children's nieces. That's the way it has to go. There is no nice place better than home, like the other caller, Brother Elvis has said. So let us be responsible enough. Let us grow enough so that we should know that, no, sometimes if you are in a wrong group, things like that, they do happen. Otherwise, I'm just wishing all the best.
All right, Mr.
Continue living a humble life. This is your country. No one will push you out. Thanks a lot.
All right, Mr. Ken, thank you. Let's take in another call before we can allow Mr. Tayali to respond. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Your name?
Yeah, this is Mr. Soko from Tendere, is known as the Nali constituency.
All right, Mr. Soko, go on.
Yes, yeah. Tayali, welcome back.
Zikomo.
Welcome back indeed, Tayali. Otherwise, yatenzo monera paper Tayali, but still, ati kwano nkwami toka chaka mtengo. I'm sure umambi muziva. So vatayali chanetiza kambapo palimwe vija vose voipa kumwezo kamba kushauta va presidenti mwashauta presidenti mwachokamo makwelekila manje ya presidenti you agree with uchani yava presidenti. So it is what it is, but right now nizakita agree na vamene vachokapo kulira kuti kwano ndiponso muno mwanu niye mwanu mzambia do the right thing ngati kuli vantu vena vane mnachitira choipa chane mnathavira just asking forgiveness. Otherwise to me as Mr. Soko chimtendere insti namulandirani mdala paliye muntu amene salagwa amene salakwira mzake pali vaviri mpaka pamapezeka zokamba. So whatever, politics is a dirty game. We know kuti politics inamdragon kose kuja. So now to you to be comfortable right now, you have to praise the government of today. So welcome back, Bachusha Tayali.
Okay, all right, thank you, Mr. Soko. All right, you have those to respond to Mr. Tayali.
Yes, basically, I think Mr. Soko, I say ziko mokwambili ponirandira. Excuse me, ziko mokwambili ponirandira, and my brother Ken, he's also saying the same thing together with Elvis. Of course, I mean, I will reiterate my position to say, yes, there were things that I did which were not right, for which I still ask for people to forgive me. And I hope Uncle Gift will be able to take that, because Uncle Gift seems to be struggling to accept that. You see, no, so you
need to reap what you sow.
Yeah, yes. No.
That's what he's stating.
Yeah, Uncle Gift, nikomere mutima na papata. Osa yuma mutima iyai. Ine na bwera nipe pesa, nilipano, kuti munikururukire. And that's basically all I can say. Of course, I mean, you can't force everyone to be positive. Others will continue. And I respect that. The only issue I have is those that who were supporting me before, who were saying, no, you are innocent, you are innocent. And now they have turned around because I'm supporting President Hakainde Hichilema.
Wasn't that expected, Mr. Tayali? You obviously expected that type of reaction from them.
That is inconsistent. That is inconsistent. For example, I'll drag my sister, Wamumbipiri, because she's one of those people who has come out very strong. Wamumbipiri, at one point, she was in jail. And I stood with her to say, I don't believe that Wamumbipiri committed murder. And anyway, finally, she was acquitted. Now we are on different sides, political ours. I mean, she's on the other side, I'm on this side. There is no way I'm going to turn around and start saying, Wamumbipiri, that is being inconsistent, because this is what they were doing. If they were saying that I was innocent, then now how come because I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema now I should go to prison? You see? So that is being inconsistent. But nonetheless, me are more concerned with the general public. And the general public, I say, yes, there were certain things that I did which were not right. And I ask you to forgive me. And let's move on and keep the government that is there. It is not about my cases. My cases yangana sila kudara hapa. Hapa manje tiangana how the country should move. And I'm saying
those that are obviously believing this is just a strategy a survival strategy for Chirufya Tayali.
Well, whatever the case, it is about, you can put it to say survival strategy. But the question that I would ask in terms of why, I would ask to say, hasn't Hakainde Hichilema structured the date? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema brought stability in terms of government, whereby even, people are getting paid on time? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema employed more than 40,000 young people? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema increased CDF? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema brought free education? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema increased social cash transfer? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema brought cash for work? Hasn't Hakainde Hichilema brought stability in this country? look, this is the time of elections. Apasonga na chisa in those days, ngakwachiwa security, shan, but apature enderafi.
There's a question here on Facebook from Peter Van Mango. He says, Hope, please ask Tayali this question. Would he have been sitting on that chair talking to you if he had decided to support the opposition?
I believe so. I believe I would have still come if I was supporting Brian Mundubile, for example. I would still be in the country. Yes. Why do I say I would still be here? Because my cases were brought by individuals, and these individuals forgave me. They were no longer interested in my cases, and there was nothing that anybody would have done, not even President Hakainde Hichilema. How would we, unless he would have gone to threaten those people to say, if you forgive this man, then, which I don't think he would be able to do. So there was nothing that government would have done, because the people that had wronged, monga uli na nkongole na muntu, then muntu huyo akuchita forgive na nkongole zako. What would anybody else do?
Okay. All right, let's take in more calls. If you have any question or contribution to make, Mr. Chilufe Tayali is our guest this morning. Give us a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, thanks. Your name?
Yeah, Mukamba na Ghetto Boys, Chimwene Mtonga.
Mr. Mtonga, good morning. Talk to us.
Good morning, Vachitaru.
Good morning. Ezekiel.
Yeah, Ghetto Boys here. Greetings.
Oh, too bad. Call back, Mr. Mtonga, if you can. 0773 792 475. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, thanks. Your name?
Are you able to get me?
Yes, we can get you. Who do we have there?
This is Frank.
Frank, all right, go on with your question or contribution.
Okay, I just want to find out something. Was the charges brought to Mr. Tayali, was it estate charges or just individual charges?
Okay. All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Frank. I believe you got that question there. All right. We're taking another call. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Thanks. Your name?
Good morning, Mr. Mianda here, calling you from Lusaka here in Kabanana Maichola.
All right, Mr. Mianda, go on.
Yes, please. But Harry, good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
Yes, please. I think for me, yes, there are certain things that Tayali could have done here and there and all that kind of stuff. It's normal. We are human beings. We are bound to error, right? Look at what happened in Zimbabwe. The president now, Emerson Mnangagwa, was in exile in South Africa for political convenience and all that kind of stuff. But he came back to Zimbabwe, and now he's president of what? Zimbabwe. Take few. So, but let's just continue working hard. And it is good that you have looked at what the UPND government has done. Right? You've mentioned a lot of things there that the UPND government has done. Look at the investment that has been put in the energy sector. Look at the investment that has been put in the mining sector. Look at the kind of investment that has been put in the education sector and all that kind of all that kind of things. That would healthy. There is about 80% about those medicines, and they are starting at 80%, which means that the government has done a lot. And it is good that you have seen through that this is the only government that can liberate the people of Zambia. This is the only government that can move people out of poverty. And in conclusion, I would commend you for what you have said, the stability in the economy. Look at the stability, the exchange rate. At some point, the kwacha became the best performing currency in the world.
All right, you should be wrapping up, Mr. Mianda. We've given you enough time.
Yes, please. So, Mr. Tayali, continue supporting the government of the day, and we wish you well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mianda there. All right, you're through to Capital FM. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Good morning, thanks. Who do we have there?
This is Auntie Mlenga or Mrs. Gaetano.
All
Is
right.
Miss Chirufya Tayali there?
Yes, he
Mr.
is.
Chirufya Sodi.
Yes, he's here. Good morning.
Okay, thank you. Batayali nalaba onse ekibemba. Muli babemba mulonfa, ekyo nalaba onse ekibemba. Batayali takwaba ekibererera pakyalo. Ekiri kyonse kyali kwatenshita. Batayali, once upon a time, there was Chanda Chimba. Alikwisa lero, fish atike kuli Chanda. Batayali, sometimes, balanda achokuchenjera kumo, tekusuma. Imulero namuchenjera sana. Mwaisa mwaikala, mwabana free. Mwaitontonkanisha palo wenu. Batayali ndefo kumyewo kwebati. Mwebukishefe mwachika kuli family yaba Estalungu. Not here if you watch the Hakainde Hichilema, the Romo are free just because my say, but my generation son of Kulanda Imwe, Ukuchirama Zambia is was. But one day you reap what you sow. Today you think you are very, very clever, but you are not. You know Zambia Ikuru Tayali. Muna Pachi Mari change your son and Michael Papodium. Muna Pachi, Mukano Mwenu, Mari change, but one day you pay because you think mwali chenjera baesta lungu balia nabaeti kalungu bali myafwire sana bati mwali bebe mpiri ne mishitu batayali Hakainde Hichilema today you are free, you are sitting there, you are even saying I'm talking on behalf of mila kokuli banani katika kuli muntu bire batayali sumineni ichitale sali sala bonfya na mabuyi atinga mwafiro kundumba ngabonfya mabu but today it's okay batayali, it's your time, shine, but one day you pay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let's just take in one more, then we can allow him to respond. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Hello. All right. It's 0773-792-475. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Madam Moderator.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. God bless you and your family too. Receive 95% of the people of Rockland. Spokesperson Kapambo, I'm calling from here.
All right. Mr. Kapambo, go on.
Thank you very much. Twatotera Batayali. Morning. Ala wewulira yombwa akatuntuma na ukavuduka. Nga imwe wiponi baleta ba UPND mukwisa mukuwera amazambian mukubachusha na benefit mwachita babibonje kuchasakanwa chenu ukuwera kubyo mwachite mwalinema issues kukoti ayo mwalera ndekichingo kutira pamulandu wakati mwali butunje muri kino cyalo rero naba mikwesho kujya tureko omuntu wakwate chasakanwa tumugwesha twakwe campaign Batayali nangu mulandu rero mwitumbe mulino kwisa usanga and then the benefit mubyo bamiperi Batayali muliye mwileta ibintu ibyavulo kulondoloke mirandire muno mwero tuwajulire kumalaiti bale shaba UPND bale shakuma country yandi mwali bukite mwali uko lero mubwele mwibe kwatwisa mukutukalije amano Batayali ibyo mulevyala mukabisombola and then imwe bantu bazo mu politician bazo mulekwa kwa mukino cyalo ukulami out muni mwamuletuleterera gabena zambi kozi imwe mufwaye mpia umuntu wa mishikani pere mpia mulelanda ekipungwe ku bantu tuwapapata Batayali twakenya akano akeni kalina okumileterera and then mwoba okuchenjera tebala byo mwachenjerawo nga walichenjera nishi wakukira lero bese bakuba omufyeko fye ayushiwa kuti waba interest mukufuwa okula kuba omufyati atineboni kyakubompya lero babese bakubompya Hakainde wise mukulanda ezintu byabulokondoka
Okay, Bakapambwe twatotera mukwaye.
amano yabulokondoka mukantiri twachulire kwega wali kutujebe. Thank you very much, my sister.
Okay, thank you, Bakapambwe. All right, you have those, Mr. Tayali.
Yeah, Bakapambwe na Gaetano, Mrs. Gaetano, I can feel the emotions. And I understand because politics is emotive, you know. But I will start with Gaetano, Mrs. Gaetano. She has touched on a very sensitive issue on Esther Lungu. And she has said, I've said terrible things about, Edgar Lungu and Va Esther. And yet these people helped me very much. Now, I don't understand why people think that I am speaking against President Hakainde, or President Edgar Lungu and the wife. I don't understand, because my position is very simple. Edgar Lungu was the former head of state. And as a former head of state, when he...
Oh my goodness.